It's recording. Hey guys, Sheen here from Pokemon Channel Shihan. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Usually I do a lot of Pokemon related videos, and while this video is going to be based off Pokemon, it's going to be more for like, I guess cleaning or organizing today. I had a big problem with my office space, predominantly one little area. I got a little shelf that I used to dedicate all my little like memorabilia in Gen 1 Pokemon. As much as I love that, but there's one little problem. I'll show you that right now. The problem I'm having, so this is my 90s memorabilia Pokemon shelf. This is all from relatively the 90s from Gen 1. So you got here the first Pokemon deck, the first 2-player starter set. You got a Talking Squirtle, you know, why not? And then right here you got the Pokedex from Gen 1. Then right here is these 6 Burger King Gold Plate cards. And then right here are Hey You Pikachu with a Nintendo 64. And right here is my Pokemon cartridge games. These are phenomenal. I love them. I don't play on them much, but I love to put on display. However, a lot of you may already notice, why do I have a Lego base plate? Well, mainly because back here, this Squirtle is hoisted up on the stack of cards. That's not the real reason why. Back here, behind this N64, the 2-player starter set is stand up by these Lego pieces, and that's why that's there. So they're there for support. And I just hide it back here like that so nobody can tell. So the main reason I'm making this video right now is because I don't have a nice way to prop these up like this. Because as you can see, it stands up, but with just a little bit of vibration, it falls down. And I walk around this office, and every time I do that, vibrations are, you know, manifested, and it falls down every single time. So we gotta fix that. That is getting very annoying, and I hate having it look down like that, because I don't know, or the viewers won't know, that this is my little 90s shelf with these little Game Boys games sitting down. Alrighty, so it's very important, but we're going to show you this. This is the case we're talking about. This is a cassette case, and inside of it holds a little cassette, video cassette tape. This thing, I think it has like about 90 minutes of high resolution sound. About 90 minutes, yeah, 90 minutes for high audio input. And this is the bare case itself. I just took out the label. So what we are going to do is we are going to understand how this works, because I found out that a Game Boy cartridge can fit perfectly well in here. It actually fits. A little bit of room, which isn't going to be too much of a problem. So this is going to be the same case for the cassette, which fits, you know, is as intended. Fits in like that. But there is a problem, and is that I can't close it with this Game Boy in it. So a Game Boy game goes in here, close it up. Oh no, I can't close it. Main reason why is because if you can see carefully, I'm going to open this up again. There are little pegs right here, which is for the reels on this cassette tape. These 2 little holes that you see right here, they fit perfectly through. They just fit perfectly through. There we go. That, so it's holding place. So for me, I have to cut these off. I have to cut off these pegs with like something like a flush cutter or maybe a pair of pliers. This is very delicate plastic, so it's gonna break very easily. I did do it onto this one. This is another one I had that was spare, and I cut it off as well. And now it fits and it closes. I mean, it rolls around, but I mean, I can probably fix that off with some foam. But yeah, that is the main thing I got. So we're going to figure out how big this label is. It has 3 little parts. It has, you know, the label and then the spine. The spine is actually what you see right out here. And then you got the cover art, which goes right here. So spine and cover art are very important. The other is just for additional, information, which isn't necessarily true. But yeah, we are going to figure out the measurements. We're going to put it into the computer, and then we will actually get a good measurement. If you see me wearing gray right now, that's because I reshot this scene many times, and it's also a brand new day. Alright, so the big question is, how am I going to avoid these from toppling over? Because, like I said, the main problem is every time I'm walking around, the vibrations of me walking around is just enough for these to be toppling over. And that is honestly very, very loud, and I hate it, especially when I'm working on a project. I just hate resetting it up. So I looked far beyond the web and found out that people are recycling cassette tape covers, cassette tape cases, and they are actually making a new label and actually putting the Game Boy game inside of it. It actually fits, and it actually looks it looks very aesthetically pleasing, especially for the side profile, because you can see the artwork in the front, and then on the side you can actually see the name of the game as well. And it's going to be the same thing as what we showed in the Sega Genesis cartridge. So, like I said, you have the cover art, right? And then on the side, you can see the label, which this one says Sonic Hedgehog 2. But this one would say Pokemon Yellow. I just want to say, it doesn't just work on Pokemon Yellow. This can work on your Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS. It can even work on the Sega Game Gear cartridges as well. Maybe it may work with the Virtual Boy. Not a lot of people actually play the Virtual Boy. I mean, for a good reason. It was a market flop. Anyways, that's not the point. So we are actually going to look and see how we're going to make this cassette tape cover. Alright, let's get this to work. Okay, so I made a rough template to see if this will fit or not. I'm just trying to eyeball it here to see if I actually folded it right. So this is just a moment of truth. This isn't the final form, or this isn't the final revision, I should say. So we're just gonna fold it up and actually see if it fits. If it fits, then I know this will be pretty well. I just hope the math I did was actually correct. I hate using imperial units. I'm just gonna say that now. Inches is absolutely my enemy in this case. So let's see here. I made it. There we go. Let's see here. If I were to slide you down all the way, I think I'm actually... Okay, so that is actually kind of promising. I'm actually off by, looks like 1/8 of an inch. I'm so close to the camera, I didn't even realize that. So I'm actually off by 1/8 of an inch or so. So I'm actually gonna cut that off and actually make the final revision. Okay, so I made, where is it? I made the brand new logo. It looks very nice. And on the side, I like that. It has my little logo on there. And I didn't put a barcode because I wanted to say that this case is for display purposes only. Reselling this case is strictly prohibited. So that tells me I am not going to sell this. This is not for commercial use. This is just me as a passion project. So now it's just a moment of truth. Will it actually fit? And the answer is, oh, please do. Looks like the answer to this one is just barely. I actually gotta fix the spine. Yeah, the spine needs some work to do, but it actually fits up here. It actually fits very well up here. But it's also bowing too. But on the side though, that is actually very nice. I actually like how that turned out to be. Oh my goodness. And also on the side, it'll read, you know, Game Boy Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition, and has my little logo on there. I like that a lot. Of course, I also have to pay due to Nintendo because this is a Nintendo product game, of course. But yeah, I think that is a winner. And it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, but that looks very fine. I'm actually gonna do another revision one more time just to get the spine right. Alrighty, it is a brand new day. I finally had some time to work out everything, and I got the final label done. It actually fits on the spine, so that is not actually curling. It's actually flat against the acrylic. And also in the back, you can actually see the Game Boy Pokemon Yellow game, and there is some black foam which prevents it from moving up and down, and it looks absolutely amazing. So there are some things you don't recognize right away, such as like the actual thing itself. I didn't put in the rated E on this one. This is really just a rough draft to see how I liked it and what I can improve on it, and I'm not going to change it because I'm not going to waste that much ink. But that didn't stop me from making a whole lot of I actually got a whole lot of these cassette cases made for each Pokemon game I have, and it doesn't have to stop there. I know I still have this fake Pokemon Green one I have as well, but think about it, I don't know if I want to do that yet. But other than that, I still have one for every single Pokemon game, and I still have other games as well that isn't Pokemon related. I got Space Invaders, for example, and Tetris to make. But I am absolutely loving it. So there's quite a few renditions of it. I also got, you know, Japanese gold, because I actually do own my own set of Japanese gold as well. So that fits beautifully. I think, really, yeah. So only Pokemon Red and Blue actually have the little rated E for everybody. But also, every one of these is going to have my little logo as well. So you guys know, this is mine. My official logo is on there. This is this coin that this is my own, you know, artwork. That I am not doing this for selling. This is all mine for display. I do have a pop-up shop where I do sell the game cartridges. But those are refurbished by me. I clean out the cartridges. I actually clean them. And now that I have this on display, these are for display purposes only. I am not going to make these covers for anybody other than myself. You're only going to be buying the game. We'll just make that very clear. But yeah, I'm very happy that I have this on display. I can actually have it in this cool little cassette cover that my mom had for many years. Or what we're going to do for its intended purpose is we're actually going to go to the little setup and we're actually going to put it onto the little 90s or Gen 1 rack right now. Okay, we now have it all up and running, and I have to make sure I had to check on my battery because I don't have that much battery left. But yeah, some of these don't have the foam insert like Pokemon Yellow does. Some of these actually are just the bare cassette itself, but I'm actually okay with that. We're just going to put all this on display. So I'm thinking like Pokemon Red and Blue go in this little corner right here, and on the bottom, Pokemon Yellow can like space it out evenly. Yeah, I like that. And then we have the trading card game, like this one. We can set it like right there. Beautiful. That actually looks very good. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yes, Pokemon Yellow is laying down, but it's not laying down in the wrong way. You can still see Pokemon Yellow, and you can barely see the cartridge laying down just like that. But that is how I wanted this thing to be displayed. It looks absolutely phenomenal. It is just, oh, so cool. But yeah, that is going to do it for this little part right here.